Your consistency is building the future that you've been praying for. Welcome in, my earth signs, my Virgos, Capricorns, and Taurus. We begin this message with your current energy being in the position with temperance. This is all about you learning balance, moderation, being sensible, my earth signs. So, with this being in your current position, current energy, this is all about healing. Healing that is teaching you how to blend patience with action. Also, about how you blend rest with being productive and faith with effort. This temperance energy is reminding you that not everything has to, happen immediately. So with this card being in its position in your current energy, Spirit is asking you to trust divine timing right now, my earth signs, while remaining committed to your growth. Because balance, that's the very first foundation that you need to create any type of sustainability that you want to have in your life. Healing that energy often happens in those small consistent efforts, those small consistent choices. Because trust the process, even if the results aren't immediate. Because what happens is that we tend to get impatient, and we'll want to feel like we have to do something to speed things up. But sometimes we're being asked not to rush because things are still developing in this energy, my earth signs. And in a position for what's shifting, we have the Three of Pentacles energy. So Three of Pentacles energy is all about building. This is, meaningful work. This is work that you enjoy. This is also the energy of partnership and creation as well. So this energy is saying that hard work is beginning to create some type of momentum for you, with this being in a position of what's shifting for you. This Three of Pentacles energy is all about you and the excellence that you record, that you want, that you are reaching for. That comes through learning. That comes through collaborating with others. That comes through you studying, being consistent. And this is being clarified by the card effort. This is the process of putting in effort to complete a task or reach a goal in order to achieve, some type of desired outcome. So, with this effort card here being here, this is just clarifying that this is all about your dedication. And Spirit wants you to know that your dedication is not being overlooked. Because every intentional action is building something towards the outcome that you've been working for. And so this is the position for what's shifting for you, my butterfly. So those small efforts, they become big and major accomplishments over time. So Spirit is saying stay committed to whatever you're working on, even if that progress feels slow. Sometimes it's okay with this Three of Pentacles energy, this being about cooperation and, working with others. Sometimes, you might be needing to ask for support. Because success does not have to be a solo journey. Consistency, it's always going to be energy that's going to, outperform, any burst, any feelings of motivation. It's always going to increase it. It's always going to make that even better, make it feel better, make it feel, longer lasting. In a position for where we have those obstacles and blocks, we have the Four Swords energy. So this is all about meditation, rest energy. This Four Swords energy and being in the challenge position, it's kind of interesting because it's not about the lack of ambition. It's not that you lack that. You have that. This could actually be, being by being in a position for the obstacles. This could actually be about, you being under too much pressure. You may feel guilty when you have to take a break, when you have to rest, when you have to take time out for yourself. But that's a part of you're taking care of yourself. That's a part of being healthy. You may be constantly thinking about who still needs you, what still needs to be done. And Spirit is saying that an obstacle, a blockage right now is you taking that time and getting some rest. Spirit wants you to know that exhaustion, that's not the evidence that you have succeeded. You coming from a healthy space, a balanced space, well rested. That's the energy where those resources that you have. Because pinnacle energy is resourceful energy. That's resourceful energy that you have. You could couple that with the ambition. But rest is already always required to help balance out that situation. So if you're not coupling with that ambition with a little bit of restoration, with a little bit of rest, eventually you're going to feel burned out. And in the place of burnout, my earth signs, you're not beneficial to yourself and others the way that you naturally could be from your highest good, from that place of rest and relaxation. Rest is a part of the strategy. This is being strategic. This is not about you being distracted. You might see, since it might be so many things that still need to be done, so many, goals that need to be completed, you might feel like if you take a break, if you rest, if you go do something else, that you are being distraction. You're not being distracted. You're still on task. You're still on the journey. You are just understanding, embracing the fact that you can't continue on from a place, without just on go mode. You can't continue on at the same capacity. Operating from the place where you knowing what resources are available to you and tapping into them if you're not mentally and physically in a place of comfort and peace. So you don't have to prove your worth to nobody through you trying to be constantly productive. This recovery process that Spirit is asking you to be in right this moment in time is preparing you for sustainable success. Because your value is not measured. It shouldn't be defined by how busy you are. You deserve to take care of you. Always remember that, my earth signs. And in the position for how you best navigate through this energy, we have the King of Swords energy. This King of Swords energy is all about logic. This is the energy of discernment, thoughtful decision making. The King of Swords energy is a very serious, this is rational and intellectually focused type of energy. So this is what your Spirit is encouraging you to do with this being in a position for how to best navigate through this energy. You tap into that energy of logic. Be logical about the fact. What I was just explaining to you, that's logical. You can't continue to keep pushing on and get the results that you want to if you're burned out. You are at your best. You give your best when you're well rested, when you're calm, when you're peaceful. That's earth energy. That's groundedness. And this energy is being clarified by authority, the ability to control or influence the actions or decisions of others. This energy is reminding you that your greatest influence begins with how you govern your thoughts, your choices, and your boundaries. This isn't about controlling others. That's not what this energy is about. This is about taking responsibility for your own direction. So in this time, where these shifts are happening for you, my butterflies, try your best to make decisions based on wisdom and not pressure. Understand that strong boundaries, they protect your strong visions. And those visions are meaningful. Those visions are worthy. Those visions are valuable. That's naturally your energy. But it's important to lead yourself before trying to lead others. Because that confidence, it grows through you making those disciplined choices. And making the choice to take rest. Be intentional about that. That's the type of energy that can help the masses. And in position for the healing outcome energy, how you best heal, what healing energy spirit is offering you if you choose to move through this energy. And your, from your highest place, from your highest good, from your place of rest. And we have the energy of the magician. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful for the outcome energy. Because the magician energy is all about you already naturally possess everything that you need. You already have the tools necessary to achieve the results you want. This is already talking about that you can intentionally create meaningful change. This magician energy is all about your willpower. What you're focused on. The power to manifest. This is all about taking action. And through rest, through recovery, through you delegating some of those responsibilities, working together with others, or asking for help, you create a space where you have nothing but room to manifest, nothing but room to create, nothing but room to act, and and to feel like you're powerful. And this magician energy is being clarified by serene wisdom. Serene wisdom says, walk your spiritual path to find the calm that comes from your higher self. Gentle awakening. With the serene wisdom energy, this is just adding to the power that you already have. With the magician energy, you have the power to manifest. And this is saying that you have a great deal of wisdom. Wisdom that's serene, wisdom that's peaceful, wisdom that's calm. So this said your greatest power comes from you intentionally aligning your actions with your higher self instead of, operating from a place of fear or a place of urgency. Feel like you have to rush to complete it to get things done. It's not necessary, my butterflies. Your manifestations, they become stronger when they flow from your inner peace rather than, from a place of desperation. That soft, those calm moments, that pause was intentional, my butterflies. That pause I just made, that was intentional. To give you an opportunity to embrace the words, to embrace the message, because they won't always resonate. They won't always resonate every time. But if you do resonate with this message, my butterflies, please support the channel. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. If you don't, just leave it here. Maybe you'll need it at another time. Right now, but at another time, it might be relevant to you and your situation. But alignment is here, my butterflies. And alignment is more powerful than any hustle alone. Your calm, grounded, peaceful, serene energy, that is one of your greatest strengths. And it's growing within you. Manifestation, that magician energy, that power to create, it begins with you believing in your ability to create change. In this moment, my butterflies, your higher self is inviting you to trust your own wisdom. So stop measuring your progress. If you resonate with this message, my butterflies, Spirit is encouraging you to stop measuring your progress by how quickly things are happening. Measure it by the person that you're becoming while you're building, while you're at peace, while you don't have distractions, while you don't have a whole lot going on that you gotta attend to. Use this moment to honor that. That's important. This energy is giving the impression that you have been on go mode, that you have been working hard with all this effort and finding meaningful work. That's a beautiful thing. But on the other side, your beauty also lies in your discipline, in your patience. And it also lies in your alignment. And all of that energy is turning all the efforts that you're making into greater manifestations for you tomorrow. I thank you, my earth signs, for embracing the message. As always, it's been an honor and a privilege because my healing is your healing and your healing is mine. Until next time.